right, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived here at the new Douglas County Dirt Track located in Roseburg, Oregon. It's really cool to now finally see this racetrack complete. You know, we've heard all the ideas and the rumors of this place, you know, converting from asphalt. Yes, there's an asphalt surface underneath this. They put dirt on top of it, and they've built this facility now into, you know, trying to become one of the premier dirt tracks on the West Coast, which is really, really neat. So we're gonna be getting after it tonight. It is known as the Rick Brown Memorial. It's $3,300 to win. It's pretty flat. It's got this unique clay, so we're just gonna kind of have to see how it races tonight. And as much as it's gonna be a challenge for us, you know, trying to get our cars good, try to figure out this new place, you know, they're still new with their track prep and, you know, running the whole show. So we're just gonna kind of see how it goes, and we're excited to see what we can make happen. So I think there's gonna be about 25-ish 360s on tap. It's gonna be a great day. We're excited to race close to home and see what we can make happen. I don't know if that was quick time, but it felt like it. Well, our night is off to a great start here at this new dirt track in Roseburg. Just ripped off quick time. We were a 13-1 and second quick was a 13-4, so we had the field covered by about 3/10, which means the AT&T has a ton of speed. You know, it's a little nerve-wracking getting to a new place. You're not exactly sure what to do. I kind of had some ideas that I started with our car just by looking at the racetrack and with it having a little bit less banking, and I think we already started off in the right direction. Like I said, you have to unload with speed. Felt great in hot laps, made some minor adjustments as right now it's about, you know, maybe halfway, almost 3/4 of the way up in some spots close to the fence. So the bottom's extremely slick and there's just kind of like a grip lane to lean on. So we just set up my car to where it was free enough where I could just enter in it, but also tight enough to where on exit where it gets slick, I don't really hang. My car kind of stays straight and I got really good drive and I'm not really spinning the tires. I can kind of just keep my foot in it. So ended up quick time. That's a good start. I don't know what the format is, so we're gonna have to see where that's gonna put us, but overall really happy with our balance, and I feel like we're just gonna make some small adjustments so we can move forward in our heat. So we're heading out for the heat race now, starting 6th, so they did a 6-car invert, and it's all based off of points, so really need to just try to move forward here. I would say pass, you know, at least a car or two, and just try to, you know, figure out a little bit more about the racing service that we can take into the dash in tonight's main event, and try to set ourselves to start far up front.
County, that is your drivers a part of heat race number 1 of 3 from the 360 sprints. Axel out and Kyle out in front row.
So we did our job there in those 8 laps, started 6th and ended up finishing 4th. You know, it's in the position of, you know, driving the car and trying to make setup changes. I think it's easy to do too much, and it's also easy to get complacent and not change your setup. But when we just went quick time, I did not really want to mess with the car. The balance is there, and the track, although it's changing, it's not changing a lot, or hasn't yet. If anything, the bottom actually came back a little bit because I think they had some of the small tired cars out there for their heat. So a little bit of grip down there. Top still is fast, but it's easy for it to get dirty. So I think throughout tonight's A, the track's just going to be changing constantly no matter where everyone's running. But everything we did was great. Took me a couple laps, kind of got trapped on the high side in a bad spot, but once I started moving around and used the high side a little, really worked the bottom at the end, I felt like I had you know, good momentum and started, you know, reeling in the guys in front of me. So gonna tighten up our car. I think it's gonna slicken off, and then we might also possibly make a quick gear change just to help us out. But gonna keep an eye on the track, and Carly's also out there right now. We're heading out for tonight's A, starting 5th, drew the 5 in the redraw, spun out on the first lap, kind of going for broke. I felt like with where the racetrack's heading, the bottom's just so good, and it's kind of making everything dirty. I talked about that. And so therefore, you know, you only have so many opportunities to pass. So I kind of went for it, went back to 8th. My car was good enough, I drove back to 5th. So we're in an okay spot, happy to be on the bottom. We just gotta get rolling here early, and hopefully if the surface can stay clean, we can move around. Our cars had great speed all night. We just gotta make things happen here and really try to stay patient, because if things are single file, we're gonna hit traffic, and the guys in front of us are gonna have to move around, and we're gonna have to as well. So that's gonna be kind of the interesting factor here, and 33 laps ahead of us for $3,300. into tonight. Was running third from fifth and made a mistake. Don't have a lot to say about the racing surface. You guys kind of could see it, you know, probably from the onboard. Just really slick, really rough, and one lane around the inside. The best way I could describe it is if you put 24 cars on a, you know, one lane of freeway, and then, you know, some of us are going 80, some are going 70, and some of us are going 40 miles an hour, and you're all kind of racing in that one lane. So sucked. I have no one to blame but myself, I guess, for my incident. I just literally, we're on the bottom, and if you get that far off the bottom, you know, you basically get a four-wheel slide, and that's what happened to me. I just got a little bit tight, and I tried to give it some gas to make sure I could turn in 3 and 4, and I was trying to have enough wheel spin to get through the holes, because your right side's kind of in holes and your left side's in a smooth part of the track, and I don't know, I think maybe I just got a tiny bit high. I'd have to watch it back completely, but and then started half spinning, and there was cars, you know, coming behind. So like I said, 100% my fault. Sucks the circumstance though we were in. I was basically just trying to bring it home in the top 3 and be behind the top 2 for if something happened, but there was probably not much chance I was gonna pass them or be passed without, you know, a large mistake. And overall, just super disappointing end to our day after, you know, going quick time, and looked like things were gonna be good at the beginning of the night, but as the sun has set and as the track, you know, the word I've used has just been dirty. As it gets dirty, this material, there's something about it. Anyway, I don't know. Sucks. We're gonna get things fixed, and Carly's still out there now, so we're gonna go watch her, but like I said, just pretty crappy way to end our show. Well, we got everything kind of semi put back together and in the trailer. We got a lot of work to do tomorrow, but alls I can say, you know, I try to be positive, and I took a second to kind of be disappointed tonight and a little bit negative, and now it's just like, all right, we just try to make tomorrow better, and the rest of the weekend we can't let this hinder the next 2 nights of racing we have. And tonight was just something stupid. I mean, like, we were gonna run third, and we were gonna just kind of take that. We did about all we could, and then all of a sudden we have, you know, a wrecked race car, and I hate tearing up equipment like that. That's my least favorite thing about this sport. And anyway, you just, like I said, you just got to put that behind us. And then as far as the racetrack goes, I mean, we're all on the same page. It was, you know, not ideal. It wasn't good. It was, you know, just single file, follow the leader. But you give these guys grace. You know, they're trying. They did work it throughout the night. I just think this material, they're going to have to figure something out with it, and then also maybe play with the banking and the shape of the track and just everything that, you know, a dirt expert and, you know, track prep crew continue to work on. That's not our cup of tea. We're the drivers, and we just try to, you know, give all the input that we can. So I'm sure throughout the season and as they run more races, they will figure it out. It's just, like I said, it's just part of the growing pains of a new track, and you know, them trying to do, you know, their job on their end. So anyway, it was a home race for some of my partners, so I'm glad that we got to come out. We did have quick time. We're technically the track record holder. That was probably the biggest positive on the night. So thanks to Shane DeWald Trucking and RTR Diesel Performance. They're both from right here in Roseburg, as well as Earth Environmental, Fast 4 Media. They streamed the races tonight. Kyler Shaw does a great job all the time. We also have Pit Stop USA, ABC Powder Coating, Next Gen. We got Lafarge, Carson, D-Ray Designs, Landon Transport, Full Send Racing, Veenendahl Trucking, and to finish off the list, Canopy Country. So car's back in. We have a lot of work to do tomorrow. We're gonna get this thing turned back around, and then we're headed to Cottage Grove, a place that we won at earlier in the season, and we're hoping to add a Marvin Smith Memorial to our resume by the time the weekend is over. So that's the goal, and that's what we will be chasing. See you guys all there. Peace.